Let me over here. Obviously, you're used to not, and you're accustomed to this part of the world, obviously. So I guess when they called you specifically to fight on this card, because and then you're getting a media day, you're doing all the interviews. I guess just how's fight week been, and just camp been in general, preparing for a fight like this.
It's been great, great week, great camp, and I think most of the people know exactly why I'm in this card. I'm fighting in almost my hometown. I'm originally Egyptian, and I moved to Dubai like 2 months ago, so it feels like I'm home. I'm fighting in my house.
Has it felt much different preparing? Because some people like fighting at home, some people don't because of all the attention they do and all the extra media and people asking for tickets. So I guess has it been similar experience for you?
Yeah, yes, exactly the same. But it's a little pressure, but it's in a good way. It's not a bad pressure at all, especially that you representing all these people. You're not fighting only for your name now because you're fighting for all these people are behind you. So it's a good pressure. It's not in a bad way at all. I like it.
And how's preparation for this fight been? Because the last time we saw you was that Baku card. First professional loss. Just did you have to change anything in preparation, or was that just a learning curve?
Of course. If we going back to Baku, the preparing for Baku fight was not the best. I was working every day, full-time job, and I didn't have time to train. So my training was part-time. I train once a day, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours maximum. But this fight, I left everything behind. I left the job. I even left New York completely. I moved here since August, only focus on training. Training as I'm fighting the best fighter in the world. So to get myself in my place again.
I think I saw an interview where you said that fight in Riyadh, because it was your first fight in 3 years,
After
maybe
3
there
years,
was some
yes.
ring rust, and then you had the fight in Baku. So now do you finally feel like you're back to where you were before that long layoff?
Yes, inshallah, yes. You guys will see, and you judge it. It's not me.
And then what did you make of Chris as an opponent when they came to you? Because obviously a very popular fighter in America, has a very dynamic style of striking. Just what did you make of his skill set as a whole?
What made me like? I'm sorry.
What do you make of him as an opponent? Like, do you like the matchup?
Of course, I like the matchup. I respect him as a fighter and as athletics, and as I told you, I look for any opponents I fight as the best fighter in the world to prepare myself in the best way. So every opponent have his weak points and his strong point, and this fight is gonna be a little bit different.
And he's obviously very famous for his kicks and his taekwondo style, but he also has a wrestling and judo background in America. We haven't really got to see that in an MMA fight, so I guess what are you expecting from him in there? Because I assume obviously you're going to want to close the distance and take him away from striking, so I guess what are you expecting from him?
I expect exactly what he said, that some tricky movement. He's flexible. So I saw a bunch of fights he throwing like spinning kicks and stuff like that. So I don't think he had no chance to do this anymore. So yes, thank you.
Hi, Hamdi, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. We were so happy with your first win, obviously, that happened, and unfortunately, things didn't work out. And then I saw you fight in Saudi, and you apologized after the fight. You said, this is not what you guys will see from me next time. I know you train at 333.
Yes, now yes.
And you train with Ahmed Rubai, the champion from MEFC.
Yes.
You train with Gurgur, the
Rugrug,
FC
yes.
champ. Yes, Rugrug, sorry.
Yes.
Gurgur. Okay. How does that make you equipped to fight with someone like Chris Barnett, who actually fought in UAE Warriors before? He's a very flashy fighter. When you see him, you don't think he can kick that high. He hurt himself once jumping. How does that make your game plan work out?
For workout, our game plan in the beginning started with we have to finish the fight. So it's general game plan for any opponent we have, and then we start studying a little bit of him, and we put a game plan of how we finishing this fight. We don't we don't put a chance for back and forth fight. So our plan number one is how we finish this fight.
you moved to Dubai, obviously. This is now your hometown and
Essentially, yeah.
everything. So are we going to see the first version that started, the one on your first fight, or the Saudi version, and your predictions for the fight? I have to ask this because I've been sent this to ask that question, just for that.
No, inshallah, you're gonna see the best version of me. Again, I want to apologize for like my last two performance. People doesn't know much about our personal life and how much sometimes it can affect you in a cage. But it does. So I was going through some stuff before. Now I'm like, I'm much better than before. I'm much focusing on, only training. I was working every day. Now I just like, take the risk, leave my job, get ready to get back on my feet again and go back to my old version of me. Getting ready to show people like my real skill and what I can do in the division, because I know people trust me in the first time, and after they saw me again after 3 years, and also it was so hard. My first fight in the UFC was 2022. The second fight was 2025. So I want to get back as soon as possible, as strong as I can.
And last one for me. People forget that actually your first fight was a late call. They called you. It was you were not prepared to come into the UFC. So that being said, we wish you all the luck, and hopefully we see a good.
Yes, the first fight was like less than 12 days notice, and I accepted. It was my debut. So, and then whatever happened, I get suspended, and I'm here now. So let's forget about everything
Sorry, did
happened.
you think it was too harsh? The 2 years? Did you think that was too harsh?
It was 3 years. It was 3 years. It was, of course, it was too harsh. It's like it took too many things from me. The most thing it takes is the confidence that you was in the cage. I fight 6 times in 1 year, or maybe less than 1 year. So you moved from fighting almost every 1 or 2 months to not fighting at all. You can't be in the cage for like this long. So I lost a lot of confidence. It was so bad for me. Even the time pass is really hard. So now let's talk about today, what we are here now. Thank you.
Hamdy, good afternoon. Thomas for RMC Sport France. Sorry, I'm old school. I've
Nice to
been
meet
asked to put on the meta glasses.
No problem.
You mentioned Rug with those sparring partners, Ciryl Gane as well, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Did you see some qualities or some flaws, I guess some rooms for progress for Ciryl Gane, who's actually fighting in the title fight?
So I'm sorry, your question
What
about...
are the positive aspects and
Okay.
maybe some potential flaws or room for progress that you saw from Ciryl Gane when you were training with him?
Okay, I see him. He's really hungry for the winning. He's preparing really well. And all I can see from the way how he trained, the way how he getting ready, and the way how he spar, he really want to get that belt, and he really want to get that win. And I feel like it's very good about this fight for him, and I feel it's gonna go well with him because he seems like really, really ready for this fight.
How did they emphasize Ciryl Gane on his camp on the ground? Obviously, it's one of your specialties,
Yes.
the ground game. Did Fernand Lopez, his trainer, ask something from you when you guys were training together?
It comes naturally. He didn't have to ask, but it comes naturally because when I spar with Ciryl Gane, I'm not going to stand on my feet all the time with him. So, of course, I have to go for takedown, and I have to shoot, and I have to go for try to switch the game to my game. And his defense and his reaction is the best. So this all I can say is he's ready. He's preparing for this. He knows what's going to happen in the fight, and he knows what exactly you're talking about. So he's ready for that. He's ready for takedowns. He's ready for ground game. He's ready for that.
Hamdy, we must thank you for
No
preparing
problem.
him. Thanks,
Thank you so
Egypt.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Hamdy, we met earlier this month at the gym in Dubai.
Yes.
You told me then, as long as you stay injury-free, you're happy to keep fighting week on week. Obviously, there's a fight card in Qatar next month. Is that still the plan?
Yes, sir.
More development?
200%. 200%. If the UFC have room for me, they can book me from now. I'm down. I'm ready. I can go straight from here to Qatar. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.